And recording. So, a day or two ago, I actually had a request to do a band called Architects, song by the name of Animals. And almost immediately after I saw that, I went onto my main page and saw a bunch of reactions for it. It came up on my feed. I didn't click on any of them, so I guess this is the new, popular one that all the reactors are doing, which made me not want to do this. But I've actually never heard of Architects before, and I'm actually very curious, especially if it's something recent. So it's going to be fresh for everyone, and we're all going to be kind of listening to this for the first time. So, with that in mind, I decided I'm actually going to do it. Yeah, it was released on the 20th, and the new album is apparently available February 26th. So like a good 4 months from now. Yeah, that's a very, very early release for the single. Epitaph Records, 4-minute song, which is a nice consumable, digestible amount of time. I don't know what they sound like at all, but since I mainly react to metal on my channel, I'm assuming this is going to be some kind of metal. I think the best thing is just to jump in blindly. Go!
Do my best, but everything seems ominous. Not feeling blessed, quite the opposite. This shouldn't feel so monotonous. It never rains, but it pours. We're just a bunch of fucking animals, but we're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me because the fiction that we're living in says I should pull the pin. Should I just pull the pin? Should I just pull the pin? I dug my heels, I thought that I could stop the road. The girl gave way, now I've lost the plot. Fucked it again, that was all I've got. It never rains, but it pours. Life is just a dream within a...
Alright, so I'm pausing it because that's at about the halfway point, and I have to for copyright purposes. And it kind of kills me that I paused it there because they're going into that chorus part. That main riff for this is super bouncy, and it sounds so good. Like the entire band sounds really tight right there. So it's a great, great groove. And it's not even necessarily anything very like difficult to play. It sounds simple, but that doesn't matter. It hits so hard. When the vocals started, it took me off a bit just because it was so heavy and hard hitting at the beginning that the soft approach to the vocals seemed a little out of place. But as the song progressed, I'm only 2 minutes in, it actually started to make more sense and actually feel right. And again, this is my first exposure to this band, so I don't know what their sound sounds like. With the chorus, I think it's just because this is called Animals. I was getting like a 3 Days Grace kind of sound to them, but that's just because I was in my head thinking of Animal I Have Become, which sounds nothing like this. And the singer sounds nothing like that. That was just a little brain fart, something that just came to me. But whatever. Very bouncy, very groovy. This chorus just kicks ass. I'm hoping they have some kind of solo or something. The MIDI board that they had there, not board, keyboard, is actually like a nice little welcome piece of instrumentation. Go!
Life is just a dream within a. We're just a bunch of fucking animals, but we're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me because the fiction that we're living in says I should pull the pin. Buried under dirt, a diamond in the mud. Infinity is waiting there 'cause nobody can burn a glass cathedral.
Ooh, that's a dirty breakdown.
Dream within a dream within a. We're just a bunch of fucking animals, but we're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me because the fiction that we're living in says I should pull the pin. We're just a bunch of fucking animals, but we're afraid of the outcome. Don't cry to me because the fiction that we're living in says I should pull the pin. Should I just pull the pin? Should I just pull the pin? Should I just pull the pin? Should I just pull the pin?
So they're not going to show what was under that sheet. This has a lot of crossover appeal. Like it sounds kind of mainstreamy, like very commercial. That has a lot to do with the singer's voice. For some reason, and this is going to be a bad comparison because I don't like this band. Not this one. The band that it's reminding me of is a little bit of 21 Pilots, I think. And it's a bad comparison to make because I don't really listen to them and I don't like them. But this is the way he was singing is kind of what I imagine that they kind of sound like. But it was like a no, hate. But it was a blend of that and then like a little bit of Chester from Linkin Park in the chorus. Like when he was stretching his voice and like kind of straining it a little bit, I was getting a little bit of Chester from that. And then just because of the way the instrumentation is and the way the song is constructed, this seemed a little more commercial. But it was hitting so hard, like really, really hard. Like that rhythmic breakdown in the middle was nice and chuggy. Yeah, it was cool. I liked this like more than I expected. This was really, really cool. But based off the comparisons I'm kind of making, like I said, 3 Days Grace, Linkin Park a little bit, unknowingly I'm saying 21 Pilots. I don't really even know what their sound is. This is all in my head, my imagination of what I think it is. But based off that grouping, that's kind of like the direction of the sound that I imagine that this band has. And that's off this first impression, which is a cool sound. But again, like really commercial, really kind of like mainstream. So like I'm based off of this one exposure, I'm imagining that their songs are going to be pretty straightforward, not too elaborate, um, just really kind of like accessible, which is cool. It sounds great. And like I said, this hit really hard. It was bouncy. It was groovy. It hit a lot of it checked off a lot of boxes for me. So yeah, I liked it, and I want to hear more.